Hello, class. This is the final project for Marketing 428, Marketing of Services. Um, it'll be a multi-part project. To get started, really, the first step is to think about a company and think about a service that that company is going to sell or market or offer. Um, and be thoughtful, be creative. Uh, I'm not looking in this project, I'm not asking for data to justify your decisions. I'm mainly, the most important thing is to be thoughtful and think through the process. So a few basic parameters, not looking for you to justify budget or cost, and also not looking for you, like I said, to supplement your decisions with a lot of data. Now, in real life, you obviously would have to pay attention to cost and financing, especially if you're launching a company. And you would also want to supplement this with data to just make sure like you're going in a good direction. But for this project, my number one thing is I want you to be able to think through starting with a big picture all the way down to a more tactical level. So from, in essence, what the company is, that brand strategy, what is that service level you're going to offer, what is that marketing, you know, create a headline, that ability to go from big picture concept down to tactical execution. Um, Also, please don't copy an existing company or an existing brand. I'm fine if you use that as a model, like you want to start a coffee shop, and so you're kind of using Starbucks as a source of inspiration. Totally fine with that. I just don't want you to copy Starbucks, and obviously not copy the brand. As I mentioned, it will be a three-part project, total worth 40 points. Each part will be its own assignment. Uh, and I do that so you progress through the project, and not everyone's waiting until the very last minute. So looking at part one, really the two biggest parts of this is to come up with your idea, um, and develop your brand strategy. And so and throughout this deck, I give examples of what I'm looking for and helpful tips. Don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions. But part one is, develop that, that company, right? And as well as develop the brand strategy. So I created this template. I've used the template before. It's actually something I created a number of years ago when I was thrust into a position to create a brand strategy with no direction. And then I've used it numerous times since then. And so create a vision, a mission, core values. It doesn't need to be real detailed. The most important thing here is be thought provoking. I give some examples of real life companies to hopefully guide you through it. Uh, and then create that positioning statement and elevator pitch. What's important here is, again, kind of utilize the template I've given. Uh, Look at similar companies. I do think this is a really important skill. It's not really covered much in this class, and so I do welcome any questions here. But the ability to create a positioning statement and then evolve that into an elevator pitch, often the two are very similar or can be very similar, but it's a skill that I think is really important in marketing. And then you have part two, develop the service scape and service level. Again, I have some slides that tell you what I'm looking for. I give an example. Again, using Starbucks. Hopefully not everyone tries to create a coffee shop. But I do think Starbucks does a great job on the service scape level. And then expand that to some of the service level concepts that we covered in class. So uh, I do note, like in red, you can see I note what chapters these concepts are from. And then part three is really develop the marketing, and then finalize the slides and post them. So develop your marketing strategy. Again, I'm not looking for long answers. Um, just be kind of thoughtful. Bullets are fine, but to develop, kind of think through um, like what type of marketing you would do, and then imagine you're creating a social media advertisement. And so, who is the target going to be? What is that headline? Again, often very short in characters. Um, and what is some of that ad copy you would include, and then a call to action. Keeping it pretty simple, but again, part of this project is just going from that big picture down to that more tactical level that I think is really important. Um, and then the final part of part three, and really the final part of the project, is pull together all the slides, clean them up, make them look professional, be creative, post them. And again, this will be its own assignment. There will be a part three assignment. It will be a discussion format. And the reason for that is I want you to upload your slides, share them with the class. Um, I want each of you to look at other classmates' slides and decide what company you like what company you would invest in, or you'd be interested in being a part of. And um, uh, and then submit that. And that's really it. Again, open to questions. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Um, and hopefully you enjoy this class. Hopefully you walk away with reinforcement of many of the topics covered in the class. But also, like, most important thing for me is to, as future marketers or possibly future marketers, is really get you to start your career with a mindset of having that ability to think big picture all the way through to tactical execution. So thank you. Good luck.